that, you made that, that you made that, that you made that.
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighten up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the fashions with my rashes getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know what, just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and sing it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the date before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light, now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts, namaste but conquering. Conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Welcome in the building. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Al Edition, episode 199. Taking over for the 99 in the 2000. Go your way with some baggies. Gonna want a baggie. Ready, wanna ride in the jacket with daddy. Yeah, I'm feeling good. How y'all feeling, y'all? Because yes, this is episode 199. Yes, your boy has been racking up the episodes. We on 199. One more show of 200. Yes. So that's why I'm feeling extra pumped, extra live right now. And because, well, I got breath in my lungs, loved ones around me. So, and my loved ones here at I.O.W. Sports. So please believe I am feeling real good today on a very special Monday. As always, that is the homie 40 Water, a.k.a. Silent Hill TDS. Him and J. Leo, Pale Moon Devil Dance is the song. It's the official, unofficial theme song to I.O.W. Sports Late Night Al Edition. So salute to my brother and the homie J. Leo. Y'all make sure y'all go over to Hitchhikers on YouTube. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Go get those fellas some love. And while you over there, while you over on YouTube, showing some love to the homie 40 Water and J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Going over to I.O.W. Sports Network on YouTube. That is the official YouTube page for I.O.W. Sports. That's where all the content is at. All right? All of it. All right? So like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Let you know every time that we drop new content. So please don't be shy. Go show them some love over there. And you can always, same address on Instagram. Show us some love right there on Instagram, I.O.W. Sports Network. Yes, on Instagram. We on Instagram as well as Twitter. We are on the Twitter as well. I.O.W. Sports 1 is the address to our Twitter page. And most importantly, go on over to Facebook. I.O.W. Sports Network is the address on Facebook. It's open to the public for you. Looking at you. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You, the public. That's your domain. That's your house. We may have built it, but y'all fill it up with furniture. Y'all the one that cook the food because y'all supply the content for the Facebook page because that's where you, the fans, can drop a sports meme, make us laugh. Can drop a hot little sports take, get the debate going. And then most importantly, we emphasize on the network part. So if you got a podcast of some sorts, whether it's sports, regular type of podcast, or you even have a small business, going over to I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook, let people know that you exist, that you got a small business, that you got content, you got goods and services available. Let people know. All right. On top of that Facebook page, pinned is a link to J. Edwin Collection, the official t-shirt company of Detroit Mail, the homie Detroit Mail, but it is the official merchandise company for all of I.O.W Sports merch. Speaking of merch, see this official cap? Yeah. Ooh, it's snazzy, snazzy, snazzy. You want one of these? Well, this is how you get one. You see that Cash App scrolling on the bottom of the screen? The only way to get this cap, send $30 to the Cash App, give us an address. In return, you get this very exclusive I.O.W Sports cap. It ain't even on the J. Edward Collection website. That's how exclusive it is. That's the only way you can get the hat. Only 3 people out of almost 9 billion people on earth got one. Myself, Detroit Mail, and of course, the homie Matt, who's always a faithful listener. Matter of fact, let's check out who we got in the building. Of course, Matt, he's talking his shit. You know, that's what he do. You know, 15 and 17. That is all. Proceed with the night. Edition. So Matt's feeling real good. His Yankees improved to 50 and 17. Look, I'm not a hater. Boney homie. What's up, Boney homie? Whenever you want to continue Monday nights with the Boney homie, you know the deal. Tap it. But no, Matt's feeling real good because his Yankees is 50 and 17. It's June, midway through June. Still hot. They still hot. I can't hate them. Your boy Garrett Cole went into the 8th inning with a no-no, and he got bumped out top of the 8th inning. Tim, what's up, Tim? Tim's in the building. You know, just letting everybody kind of chime in here a little bit. But look, as y'all know, we always he said, I'm going to fall asleep watching this, but at some point I'm going to tell you why Roy Jones Jr. is the GOAT. You don't have to change my mind. It's some other people's mind out there in the world that you got to change. I've always been a lover of Roy Jones Jr., no homo, and no, and, yeah. Always loved his boxing. He's always been one of the better boxers, in my opinion. But as y'all know how we do, Wildcard Mark Top Play, it comes provided to you by none other, well, Klay Thompson. Of all people, yes, Klay Thompson. Let's take a look at what Klay did. Oh, Klay, you're celebrating too hard, pimp. Oh, you're celebrating too hard. Hey, life is good. Life is good when you celebrating another championship. Life is good. Did y'all see the spot where he was sipping the Henny? Klay was lit now. Klay was lit. He's so lit, he running and bumping into people in the crowds. He was lit. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad. Have your fun. Have your joy. Enjoy your moment, young man. Because in this world, especially in that sports world, sports entertainment world, I should say, you don't know the next time you're going to be back up there. You don't know the next time you're going to be able to celebrate like that again. So do your thing. Do your thing. Doug, what's going on? My man said 45 and 24. LGM. Let's go Mets. I ain't going to front. Ain't a lot of good things coming out sports-wise out of New York. Both your football teams technically play in New Jersey. Knicks ain't worth a damn. Brooklyn Nets underachieved. New York Islanders ain't worth the shit. What else is up there in New York? Rangers made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So they did something good. But you can't look, you can't be mad that the baseball world is living out of New York City right now. You can't be mad at it. Can't be mad at it. New York Mets. But hey, about time. About time. About time. No disrespect to Mets fans, but hell, y'all been throwing money at the roster for the last few years. Been throwing hella money at the roster. Hell, last year you had Javi Baez. Hey, come on, Matt. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You think Americans care about the New York City Football Club winning in the MLS? You think they care? Huh? What do you think we are? You think we're French? You think we're British? Huh? Do you think Americans care about MLS? Come on. Yeah, I know who they are because I'm a sports guy. I know about the football club. I know about the MLS. The only problem is America don't care. Am I lying? Because if America cared, they wouldn't be recycling all of Europe's top stars way past their prime to help prop up the Major League Soccer. Go look at the history. And look at the history of Major League Soccer. Go look at it. David Beckham came and played after his name was hot. Bend it like Beckham. Y'all remember early 2000s, mid 2000s? Bend it like Beckham. Huh? Yeah, bend it like Beckham. He was popping. But he was past his prime by the time he got to LA Galaxy. Look at Wayne Rooney. Did the same thing. Ibrahimovic did the same thing. They just old European stars way past their prime collecting nice checks because some Americans think that soccer is going to go over in America. You're right. Posh Spice was popping. She was popping. But in New York City, right now, in baseball, it starts and ends with the Mets and Yankees. If y'all keep this up, just imagine 22 years later. Y'all give us the Subway series that we so desperately needed 22 years ago in such a better fashion. Let's hope. Let's hope. And guess who benefits from it? Major League Baseball does. Imagine you get one of the biggest media markets in all of entertainment of New York City with the World Series hopping from borough to borough. Going from Citibank Park, well, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, my New York people. Last time I remember it was Citibank. But what happens? It hops from Citibank and goes over to Yankee Stadium. Citi Field, yes. Thank you, Matt. Citi Field. And yes, it is. New York is the media capital of the world. Who benefits from that? Major League Baseball does. They need it. How many times, if you guys are new to the show, we talk about how sports is getting more closer to sports entertainment than you believe. And you have to entertain the people and still give them the product that they want. Just imagine a Subway series. And Doug, who wins the Subway series it was supposed to happen? I know you a Mets guy. But come on, man. Are you? I get the Mets are playing damn good baseball, but you got somebody in your rearview mirror that can knock you off your totem pole right now, and they are the defending World Series champions in the Atlanta Braves. That hot streak they just came off of, they right behind y'all. They right behind you. So Mets fans, you ain't got no time to be comfortable. Right now, the Yankees are so damn hot. The only competition they got is the sun. That's the only competition they got right now is the sun. That's how hot they are. When you take the combination of lights out pitching, Garrett Cole went into the 8th inning with a no-no intact. How many times have I gotten an alert on my phone that a Yankees pitcher this year is going deep into a game with a no-no? It's been multiple times. In 1 week, it was about 4. You got the combination of dominant pitching, and you combine that with hot hitting, and it's the whole squad. But it's that boy. It's that boy. All rise. That big defensive end that's playing everywhere. Playing everywhere. They put him in center field. He goes up, steals home runs from Ohtani. They put him in right field. They put him in left field. Hell, they might as well put him at catcher. Put him at first. Put him at second. Put him at third. It don't matter where they put that big defensive end. All you got to hear is all rise. Pitchers shake in their boots and shit on themselves when he comes to the plate right now. Because he's not just hitting home runs. The man has turned himself into a damn hitting machine this year. He got tired of being complacent. You can see it in his game. You can see it in his improvement of being patient at the plate. One thing that I was giving Matt a hard time on the Yankees coming into this year is, okay, I get it. You're going to mess around and have these big defensive linemen in Stanton and Judge. They're going to strike out 10 million times. They may hit 40 home runs, but they're going to strike out 10 million times. Somebody's going to be bound to get hurt. Somebody's going to do a long distance trip on the injured list. And so far, they managed to stay relatively damn healthy. Giancarlo Stanton did a quick stint on the injured list. He has been back. But here's one thing for my Yankees fans. I swear, not too long ago, y'all wanted Aaron Boone's head. Y'all wanted him gone. Don't get quiet on me now, Yankees fans. Y'all wanted Aaron Boone the hell out of there. Because I get it. Because like Yankees fans, I'm a Lakers fans. I get it. You're used to a certain level of, how should I word it? Championship je ne sais quoi. You're used to a certain level of having your team either winning the championship or just having it let it slip out their hands. But in every year, you're used to a certain level of championship or bust. And I agree with you, Matt. This is my point. This is my point that I'm trying to bring up about Yankees fans and Aaron Boone. They wanted to have a scapegoat, and they felt that Aaron Boone was a scapegoat. But what's been the Achilles heel with the Yankees the last few years? Not consistent hitting. People not consistently staying healthy. Sometimes your pitchers get inconsistent on their production. So it's a lot of inconsistencies among great players because the roster has always been there in pinstripes. The roster will always be there in New York. In that borough of the Bronx, the roster will always be one of the top-notch rosters in Major League Baseball. Is because the ownership makes sure that the money says so. Because they got the checkbook. What's up, Dave? They got the checkbook to make sure that the roster stays at the top of Major League Baseball. So the talent is always there. It's everything else that comes after you put the roster together. Can you stay healthy? Can you stay consistent with your hitting? Can you stay consistent with your pitching? And so far this year, halfway through June, hell, July is right around the corner. We're halfway through the season, and there's no slowing down. Much to my dismay, much to my surprise, I'll say it. I'm not going to cap. I'm no liar. You guys know I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, and I'll brag when I'm right more times than not. But let's be honest, I did not see this. I did not see the Yankees being so dominant right now. There's not another team in the AL that can mess with the Yankees. Point blank, period. So if it comes down to a Subway Series, I love you, Mets. Man, great story. But you can't do nothing with them pinstripes. Can't do nothing. Not right now. You better hope that a damn tropical storm takes out just Dave Borrell and leave y'all alone. And that's the only way y'all be better than the Yankees. Yankees are just too hot right now. Fuego. Whatever you want to call it. They are absolutely balling out at the gym right now. When you have a winning record since 92, there are younger fans who never seen a losing season. I started watching them in the 80s when they was terrible. 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 You got to hit the Charles Barkley voice anytime you say terrible. Wasted Don Mattingly's career before his back went out. And guess what? The Yankees still won in the 90s. You know this, Matt. Still won in the 90s. What decade have the Yankees not won a championship in? Help me out with that, Matt. You my stat guy. Look that up real quick. What decade did the Yankees not win a championship in? Pure dominance. It's woven in their DNA up in Bronx. You put that pinstripes on, you are held to a higher standard. Okay, so this recent decade. Okay. Or this past one. When you put the pinstripes on, you are damn near required to win. There's a difference. See, the Raiders say commitment to excellence, but the Yankees have always had that mantra. They have always put the action to those words of commitment to excellence. And it shows. There's no other North American franchise of all four major sports that has more championships than the Pinstripes. Now that fact, I don't need you to look up, Matt. They're just too hot right now. And they're not slowing down. But speaking of champions, we went to the top play of the night. Klay Thompson was having his fun, but let's take a look at the best moments from the Golden State Warriors today as they celebrate another championship in the last 10 years.
No!
Oh! Klay lost his hat already.
I lost my hat.
This live TV, right?
Yes, sir.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yep, there go Klay again. Boom! Boom!
Hey, just so you know, when it's over,
Night. Night.
Cried on the court. It obviously was the end of.
Who cries on the basketball court? I mean,
There's no crying in basketball.
There's no crying in basketball. We
Tell us
cried in
about being
basketball.
overwhelmed, a little
I'm not
emotion
crying,
there.
you're crying.
I don't know what y'all want me to tell you. That we better than everybody? Fucking me that. Come on, you gotta remind yourself.
You gotta remind
You got fall.
There it is. Klay drinking the Henny. Klay drinking the Henny. Yeah. Hey, that's funny, Matt. Yeah. We on live TV? Fuck 'em.
I told y'all don't let us win a fucking championship. And clearly, nobody could stop it. I warned y'all, so I'm just going to continue to destroy people on Twitter, as I have been, and Instagram stories. And that's how you get that sensation again. So I just want to say thank you all, and as always, fuck everybody else. I love y'all.
You know, real mature, Draymond. This guy's the maturity level of a third grader. But anyways,
That's what we do. We win. Winners win. They'll never understand it. They'll try to quantify it. They'll try to make it about points. Winners win. That's what we do.
Anthony got him.
Shut up.
Anthony got him.
Hey, I said it. Shut up.
Hey, Anthony, you wild, bro.
You have
My
to do
man
the dance.
Anthony
Here we
said
go.
Clay has more energy now than the whole playoffs. Comment of the night for my boy Anthony Price right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Great like that. Advertisement for you. I wouldn't block that if I was okay. I just need some ice cream. And a mint bliss.
Oh, he had to get some ice cream or something real quick. Imagine that happening. You at work and Draymond's supposed to be in the middle of the parade. What up, Keisha? What up, Kim? Dick. Wow. That's wild. They had to get something to eat right in the middle of the parade. But no, look. I only showed that because look, this is what your team aspires to do. This is what every team inspires to do, is to celebrate. And what a great NBA season. Great NBA season. You go into the NBA season with the headlines. Oh man, Brooklyn possibly at full strength. Kyrie, KD, James, and then all of a sudden, the vaccination issue happens. Halfway through the season, right before the trade deadline, James says, I want out. Forces his way out of there. He gets shipped to Philly. Now look at Brooklyn now. The talks between management and Kyrie Irving look like they far apart. Reporters are saying close to the situation are saying it might be some free agency for Kyrie. Wow. A lot can change in the course of a month. Hell, 12 now. Wow. Within a year, the Nets were told and by experts that they're in the championship bound. And so much has happened. You know? Like, what happens if Kyrie leaves? What if? That Brooklyn Nets team is, well, let's be honest. Without Kyrie, it's still a good roster. As it is currently constructed. But you take Kyrie off that roster that is currently constructed, it's still a good team. Ben Simmons, hopefully. Let's hope he gets on the court. I don't know. But I know if Ben Simmons is on the court, that's still a good team. I know. I get it. You're talking about a guy that hasn't played all year. I know. I get it. But there's one thing. There's one thing that you can't take away from Ben Simmons that he does well. The things that he do well. He's going to lock down the opponent's number one scorer. He has enough athleticism as him. and you put that same athleticism in a 6'10", 6'11", 260, 270 pound point power forward. He rebounds. He passes the ball very well. He rebounds. He can be a menace in the paint. Outside shot is questionable still. Free throw shooting is questionable still. Yes, I get that. We all know the downfalls of having been on the offensive side, but there's still upside to it. When you need Kevin Durant to get open and just be free with the ball, who's the best distributor to give him the basketball? It's Ben Simmons. If there's no Kyrie next year, so let's not freak out, Nets fans. Don't freak out. If Kyrie wants to leave, here's what I say. Please enjoy yourself, Kyrie, wherever you go. Because the Nets roster is still damn good without Kyrie. And imagine the money that you don't have to use to keep Kyrie. You can use 38, 40 plus of what you were going to pay to keep him per year to spread amongst your team to get better. Because remember what you got back in the trade for getting James Harden. You got back a good defender and Andre Drummond who can protect your rim, rebound, get you second chance opportunities to score. He's a walking double-double. Yes, go look at Andre Drummond's stats. He's been bouncing around the league a couple of teams lately. I don't pay no attention to that because I know what he brings. He's a double-double. Go look at his career. You got a shooter in Seth Curry. Anytime you put a Curry on the back of a jersey, you know that guy's a shooter. He's a shooter. He may not be as prolific as his brother, but don't get it twisted. Seth Curry can shoot. Seth Curry can shoot now. Seth Curry is just as lethal behind the three-point arc like his brother. Don't get it twisted because he's not as prolific and well-known like his brother. But look at that roster. That's still a damn good roster. And I know people will say, oh, well, why would KD stay? Him and Kyrie were supposed to do it together. So if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm not leaving. I chose to be here. I chose to be here with you, Kyrie, but if you don't want to be here, then by all means. Why would you leave a good roster? It wouldn't make sense. Let's act like Brooklyn's not far. Brooklyn is not far from a championship caliber team. They not. Like, come on. Let's we got to look at it from the standpoint. If Ben plays 100%, he's better than Kyrie. I think so. He'll physically be there. You know? If, and a big if, Ben plays his role the way he should. I know. And I said it today earlier on the sports show, episode 162, I.O.W. sports show. It's a lot of ifs. A lot of ifs surrounded Brooklyn because the expectations are put so high because you stacked your team with such great names. And in the last 2 years, you have done nothing but been hurt. Somebody's missing. Somebody's not playing. And you underachieve. Call it what you want. It's underachieving. Anytime expectations are up here and you come below it, that's underachieving in the literal sense. Anthony, Kyrie leaves, and Bill comes in what? Who knows? Who knows if they can make that trade happen? Bradley Beal would be a nice piece. Bradley Beal would be a nice damn piece. But if you ask me, it's not necessary. To me, in my humble personal opinion, Brooklyn holds the advantage in this. The Nets do. Because you can say, hey, Kyrie, yeah, we want to keep you, but where your number is at and where we have our number at, and it's not even close. Oh, well, let me look at our roster, how we're constructed, and where can I allocate the funds of where our numbers is at, and what can we add to help this squad? And it don't need to be anything flashy. Solid role players. You add solid role players to this Nets team, and come on now. Just because you have a team full of superstars don't mean you win a championship. There's nothing wrong with having a superstar in KD and having other people around him that do something at an elite level. Like Ben Simmons passes at an elite level, rebounds at an elite level, plays defense at an elite level. So does Andre Drummond. Seth Curry shoots the three at an elite level. You know what I'm saying? They may not be well known, but people who watch basketball know that they do something elite that adds to the whole makeup of this team. And I get how great and masterful and box office that damn Kyrie Irving is. But if you can't meet in the middle, what's the point? What's the point? Do you sacrifice for Kyrie? I don't think you do. Me personally, if I'm GM of the Brooklyn Nets and I'm in this situation right now, I'm like, I love you, Kyrie, but the money you're asking for, I can't give you. I can severely upgrade my roster full with solid role players that do something at an elite level that can help Kevin Durant get a championship here. You can either meet us at our number or we will bid you farewell. And that's me if I was GM. But I'm pro player. My advice to Kyrie, yo, whatever makes you happy. I just want to see you I just want to see you on the court on a full-time position, full-time basis. You do what you want with the whole vaccination thing. I understand it because I'm not a fan of the vaccination. I didn't get it, ain't going to. So I believe in your I respect your stance on it. But you can't let it affect your money when it comes to the game of basketball. You may have been fine with it, cool. I wouldn't have been. Me personally, wait, you messing up my money? Or I got to get the vaccination? Oh. Okay. Yeah, man, you're right. Drummond can't get on any given night 20. Didn't say I've had the highest 3-point percent ever or second for season. I don't quote me on that, Smitty, but I did see a stat somewhere that Seth Curry's 3-point shooting percentage was better than Steph's. Knicks had as many playoff wins as the Nets this year. Nothing. You are exactly right. You are right, Matt. Both got the same amount of playoff victories this year. Zip 0. Stingy with De Niro. Might buy your Chris, but that about it. Might ice your wrist, That about it. Yeah, they let Jared Allen, Spencer Dinwiddie go to construct that mess that is the BK Nets. I was not a fan of letting Jared Allen go or Spencer Dinwiddie. I was not a fan of those moves, especially at the expense of adding James Harden. I just didn't like that. Didn't like it at all. You know, it is what it is. Jared Allen to me is a great rim protector, good energy guy, plays hard nosed defense. Will dunk on you. Will block your dunk. Not afraid to get dunked on because he will block your attempts at the rim. Wasn't a fan that they let Spencer Dinwiddie walk. Spencer Dinwiddie to me is hell, you saw what he did for Dallas. Moment he got traded from Washington, went to Dallas. He provided some help when Luka wasn't on or Luka was sitting down. Him and Jalen Brunson. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I like Jared Allen. Two pieces that I thought that they should have fought to kept. Might be in a different position right now. Just saying. Kyrie wants to go to the Lakers, but I don't see anybody Brooklyn would want maybe AD and draft picks. I was thinking about that earlier, Anthony. I'll be quite honest, because when they said that talks were falling apart with the Brooklyn Nets management and Kyrie, and they listed, I think they said Lakers, Clippers, Knicks as potential places. And Knicks, I guess the Knicks make sense, obviously, because that was another one of those teams that Kyrie and KD could have went to before they signed with Brooklyn. I get it. Lakers. Well, let me say this: Clippers. If I'm the Clippers, I mean, you made it to the playoffs this year without Paul George, and Kawhi didn't play all year. So if you're a playoff caliber team and you hope that you get those guys back next year, why would you get Kyrie? It just wouldn't make sense to me. Because you're showing that you can do without two, quote unquote, good players and make it to the playoffs. To me, it wouldn't make sense to blow up that roster to get Kyrie. Just saying. Now, Lakers, as a Lakers fan, somebody got to go. And so I'm with you, Anthony. It got to be AD. Well, they don't. I would say draft picks, but look at the Lakers situation. They don't have draft picks to give up. They ain't got draft picks till 2027, 2028 to give away. So no team's not waiting another, 5-6 years to use a draft pick. It just wouldn't make sense. If he does go to the Lakers, obviously, in my opinion, AD is going to have to go because nobody wants Russell Westbrook's contract. Nobody. Absolutely nobody wants Westbrook's contract. There's not one franchise that wants that shit. I wouldn't either. Especially for what you got. But that puts you in a conundrum. Somebody got to go. There's no way you have Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Kyrie over on one team. It wouldn't work. It didn't work with three of them. Well, two, because Anthony Davis didn't play much. Only played 39 games at age 2. Right on time, Matt. Says I'll be like, sorry, Kyrie, I can't give you that much. Katie, sit your ass down and open your eyes. Kyrie is Kyrie need to stop. Tired of his bullshit. I get it, Tim. I get it. But this is what the players have created in NBA. They have created, you know, they have created this player empowerment movement. And I get it. Like I said, I'm pro player. I think I believe that players should be able to move freely as much as they want. But on the flip side of that, I will be, you know, I will have my comments about your choice of movement, because that's the point of my podcast. I give my opinions. Like, I thought Kevin Durant going to Golden State was one of the most soft ass moves in the history of basketball. Can't beat them, join them. I can't beat a 73-9 team that I had on the brink of elimination on 3-1, down 3-1. All I had to do was win one game and let them win 3 in a row. I'm going to go join them. I thought it was soft as shit. But it does not change the fact that players should be able to do what they want. Because let's be honest, these franchises make transactions every day because it's a business. There are teams that will cut you for financial reasons, and they will take the hit because of your popularity. They will take that media brunt. Y'all seen it all the time. You see it all the time. Andre, what's up, bro? God's middle child, favorite child right there. What's up, bro? I just don't like seeing guys sign for huge money, then less than 2 years into, let's say, a 5-year deal, and they demand to be traded. I get it, Matt. I get it. I 100% get it. Because why even sign the contract if you don't intend to see it out? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? Don't sign long-term contracts, but you have a short-term type of thinking. It makes no sense. I mean, hell, look at Kent Bazemore. You know, we showed the clip of the damn Warriors celebrating a championship. He could have been celebrating with him. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know what he chose to do? He chose to take less money with the Lakers and said it would be a better chance to get a championship. Now, I get hindsight is 2020, and you can't, foresee the future. But imagine that man kicking himself in the ass right now because he could have got more money to stay in Golden State and could have been celebrating with his boys right now. But he thought he had a better chance at championships hanging out with LeBron and them. But you got to look at the whole thing as a whole when it comes to the business of things. Yeah, wow, Tim. Wow. You can't make this shit up. Yeah, hey, Brown, he feel dumb as hell right now. You know? They sign over the top contracts, put teams in a financial bind, and then wonder why they can't build a winning roster. And I 100% agree with you. And this is what I always say to players that do that. You wanted the money. You wanted the money. I want you to get your money as a player. Get your money. But you can't take all of Fort Knox to yourself and expect the economy to thrive. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. So when you take these big lucrative contracts, which I want you to get your money, but you can't bitch and moan that your team ain't winning championships. You just can't do it. You can't do it. So you can't bitch and moan when you want to play Le GM in Hollywood. Take all your future and ship it out for a dude that should be playing the rest of his life in the damn bubble with a fragile sign on the outside of it that says fragile like a motherfucker. And you bring in a sorry sack of shit that's a turnover machine, a stat patent asshole, and expect to be competitive. Can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. There's only a few women out here that enjoy being sister wives, and they know that you get knocking boots with other women. And polyamorous life, they know. They letting you eat your cake and have it and eat it all too. Ain't a lot of women going down for that. It ain't no different from the business part of sports entertainment. Can't love your side hoe and your wife at the same time, or give them the same attention. I ain't never heard of that. If there's a man out there that could be in two places at one time, boy, they get that man an award. That's some magician shit right there. That's some David Copperfield shit. That's some shit that should be applauded. A man that could be in two places at one time and please both his side hoe and his wife. And that's some good accomplishment. Bravo to whoever man that can do that. Work wife and home wife. but come on now. You can't do it. Always bring up Paul Millsap. Utah signed him a few years back. 3 years, $90 million. What? Why? And Paul Millsap been collecting nice little checks his last few years. I don't know how he's still in the league. I don't know. My man Andre Brown said, look at the Lakers. They got rid of all their future stars, brought in old guys, traded their draft picks away, and now they might be on rebuild mode for 4 seasons or more after Bron and them leave. Perfect example. Thank you, Andre. Perfect example. When you trade away your future for your present, you better make sure you win. Yeah, he is in Brooklyn. You're right. Veteran, Paul Millsap, he is in Brooklyn. But when you jeopardize your future for your present, you must win. LeBron has been in LA since 2019, if I'm correct. 2020, they won the bubble ring. 2021, they barely got into the playoffs. This past year, them jokers didn't even make it to the play-in tournament. Come on now. How pathetic is that? Don't even make it to the play-in tournament. The NBA made the play-in tournament to make it damn near impossible for the quote-unquote good teams to miss the playoffs. And out of all the teams to fucking miss the play-in tournament, to miss the golden ticket from the NBA to say, hey, this is your golden ticket to ensure that you get to the playoffs, they can't even do that. Was it worth it? Was the bubble ring worth it? Let's be honest. Is it worth one bubble ring for what you have given away? What you could have had? I'm not saying the Lakers be goddamn champions right now or multiple champions. But one bubble ring that satisfies all the future possibilities that could have been with the Lakers for one bubble championship? It's no reason why Jeannie Buss is upset. As a Lakers fan, I'm upset. Because I'm looking at how the Golden State Warriors' blueprint of building a championship team is by finding the right pieces. Through the draft, through free agency. The core of the Golden State Warriors have been built from the draft. By not giving up on players. Hell, do y'all realize there's a point in time that Steph Curry was on the brink of being cut because he couldn't stay healthy with his ankles his first 2 or 3 years in the league? So when you see this man 4 championships later, finals MVP later, 2 regular season MVPs, both undisputed. Name another player in NBA history that has all the votes for MVP. His name is Steph Curry. He's the only guy that's done it. No Michael Jordan, no LeBron James, no Kobe Bryant, nobody. You got to give these guys a chance to blossom. But because you got an old fading star in the last few years of his career who's so desperate to make sure he gets a championship and not patient enough to do it with young, great talent, you trade it all away. And you look a few hundred miles north down the California highway and you look at in San Francisco and you see them celebrating, and I'm trying to figure out why. Why could you not have done that? Outside of Kevin Durant, I see your comment, Matt. That was a free agent signing. And Andrew Wiggins, probably the smartest trade they ever made. Besides those two, they build in-house. They're building a dynasty from the ground up. I apologize. They built. Let me get my verbiage right. They built a dynasty from the ground up. Not sacrificing the future for one measly bubble championship for the present. Now, almost 3 years, 2 years removed from that, and no sign of even getting close to another one. Crazy scenarios, right, y'all? All right, y'all. That's our show. Appreciate everybody hopping in, kicking it with your boy, chopping it up with me. But y'all know the deal. Come back tomorrow. Same 23rd hour. Same wild card Mar. Still doing my thing. Hey, y'all have yourself a great Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. And y'all come back tomorrow, like I said, the 23rd hour for episode 200. Yes, episode 200 tomorrow, 23rd hour, same wild card Mar. Have yourself a fantastic Tuesday. Peace and love, y'all.
Yo. Sound like hell to the earth. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, let me get serious this time. Yo, I'm on my God of War shit. All the war spits, let the bass kick, nigga, feel the fucking floor lift. Watch your pores rip from these razor blade fingertips. Smoke hit your face like a hammer fist. Outstanding with suicidal flow. Nose diving to a free fall. Speedball, cannonball, jerking out on Adderall. I just watch the bodies fall. Supercharged like Dragon Ball. When I spit this fire out my mouth, you hear the dragon skull. Daily with explosive, if you're softer than some woven silk. Grinding rappers, flesh in the syrup and call it muscle milk. Some nutritious, my hunger forever endless. I'm vicious and bloodthirsty, my nigga. I handle business pretentious, I leave them injured. Eating chickens for dinner, underground like not the splinter, then hibernate for the winter. Illiterate, so I can give a fuck about the sentence. Belligerent, so I don't give a fuck about repentance. Johnny plays with a bag of haze over roast spirits. I'm forced to be reckoned with when I'm beating all limits. These lyrics are packed with venom, rattlesnakes in the kitchen, cooking the recipes full of poison, I leave them finished.
Come to punches, yo, I only landed threes. These thick fighting MCs is copping plan B. Never was an M fan, they can't stand me. Been dope since before Hope sampled Annie. If it's smoke, I ain't gon' blame the jammy, cause smoke my hands is nicer than your granddaddy. Don't spar unless you a piece and a half. If you